Blackstone Audio presents The Burying Place by Brian Freeman. For Marcia. Oh, are you come, Iago? You have done well, that men must lay their murders on your neck. Othello. Prologue. Casey Kennedy drove through a rain of dead leaves. With each gust of wind, paper bullets swarmed out of the fog and slapped against her windshield, rat-a-tat-tat. Casey flinched as they struck. She clutched the steering wheel and peered into the mist, but her headlights illuminated barely 20 feet of wet pavement. When she clicked on her high beams, it was worse, like shining a light into a mirror and having it bounce back in her eyes. The world was nothing but a sheet of gauze wrapped around her car. No street lights, no signs, no yellow lines on the highway, nothing to guide her. She was blind and lost. "Where the hell are we?" Casey worried aloud. She knew she wasn't where she needed to be. Highway 43 zigzagged left and right as it cut through the farmlands north of Duluth, Minnesota, and somewhere she had made a wrong turn. Then, trying to correct her error, she had turned several times more. All she had accomplished was to lose her sense of direction entirely. She couldn't be far from home, but a mile felt like 100 miles in the fog. Her eyes flicked to the rear-view mirror where she caught a glimpse of her own nervous face. Her shock-red curls draped limply on her forehead, moistened by sweat and rain. Her blue eyes were wide and glassy with tears. Her freckled cheekbones were flushed, the way a little girl gets when she's guilty and afraid. She tried to muster a smile, but she couldn't pretend. She had made a terrible mistake. She had wandered off the face of the earth and had no idea how to get back. Her cell phone was at home. She didn't own a GPS navigator. The only thing that made her feel better was the gun on the seat beside her. These days, women who lived in the North Farmlands slept, ate, and took showers with a gun nearby. Casey carried a gun every day, but she'd never had to unholster it on the job. She worked for the Duluth police, but she wasn't the kind of cop who dealt with drug dealers or armed robberies. Jonathan Stride and Maggie Bay, who led the detective bureau that handled the city's major crimes, probably didn't know who she was. She busted kids for breaking windows. She cooled down the hotheads at the bars in Lakeside. She checked out reports of cars parked in the woods and usually found teenagers making out.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?